Alright guys, welcome back to another video tutorial. I'm going to be continuing with Python today, and I'm going to be teaching you a few things about arithmetic operations in Python. So the first thing is that the reason why I'm recording this on Windows, and trust me, I really don't want to, I am still recording this on Windows, is because I want to show you guys something. So the first thing that you guys would want to do is open up your terminal, and in case you guys haven't installed Python version 3, what you guys would want to do is just to test this out, type in Python and hit enter. What you guys should get is an interactive shell, which I already talked about in tutorial 1. If you guys, you know what, I'm not going to sell it. So you guys would get an interactive shell, and with this interactive shell you guys can basically run your Python code directly from here. And I'm just going to exit this out. If you guys are not able to see your Python shell, the first thing that you guys would want to do is go to the my PC or my computer, go to properties, go to advanced. Yes, the reason why it showed up a pop-up and the reason why it would work directly on your computer is because you don't have your UAC or user access control to full or high level. Let's get on with this tutorial again. So click on environment variables, click on path, click edit, and click on new. So what all of these paths do is that all of these binaries at the end of these paths are callable directly from your command prompt. For example, if I type in java dash version, I get the version number of Java. So not only I can know the version number of Java, I can also call different commands for Java. So I can just compile a Java program and run directly from my terminal. So this comes in very handy when you're actually just running your snippets of code. So let's minimize this, and the second thing you guys would want to do is open up my PC, click on Windows, go to Python 2.7 or Python 3, or go to any directory where you install your Python. It could be anywhere, so just make sure you guys installed it. Go to your address bar, copy the address. Just in case if you guys have installed version 3.6, sometimes what happens is that instead of going directly into the C drive, it goes into the app data folder of the user that you installed it for. So check out the app data folder, and if you guys are not able to find it, I'm gonna specify the path. Just put a comment down below, and I'm just gonna minimize this. Where is there's it. So if I click on new and paste this path and hit OK, it will add this path, and I will be able to call Python 2 directly from my terminal. So I already have Python 2 and Python 3, both of them installed on my computer. I used to work with both of them. Now I mainly use Python 3. So if I type in py-2 and hit enter, you guys can see that I can already use Python 2.7. So I'm just gonna exit the shell out, clear the screen, and hit OK. And I'm actually not gonna hit OK. I already have this entry, so I'm gonna delete this. Click OK, click OK, click OK, go back, and go to py-3. So it opened Python 3 interactive shell. Now the second thing you guys would want to do is open up your idles. So idles are integrated development language environment apparently. So open them up, and you guys will be greeted with a new window. You can write your whole program over here, and after I have told you guys how to do this so after I've taught you some of the programming, what you guys would want to do is ditch idle and get an actual better IDE. I would recommend PyCharm. So get that, but you know what, let's just forget about it and get on with the tutorial. So the second thing you guys would want to do, or the second thing what I would want you guys to do, is learn about variables and data types. So I'm going to be teaching you mainly about, for this tutorial, are 3 data types: integer, string, and floats. So and also variables. So let me introduce variables first. A variable is a placeholder that will hold any value that you assign to it. So if you type in a equals 10, a becomes a variable. Wow, a becomes a variable and it holds the value 10. Go to b is 2.5. So and c is okay c is a string. So a holds the value 10, b holds the value 2.5, c holds apparently an error, and here it holds a string. So this holds actually an integer. So any whole number is an integer, any number with a decimal is a float, and any character, word, alphabet is a string. Alright, and you always have to declare your strings in inverted commas or quotes. What you guys would actually want to do is use single quotes, because it's the PEP 8 standard. PEP 8 standard is how you should write your Python code to make it look nice, and it sometimes deprecates, or whatever the word is, the use of double quotes when you can use single quotes. So there's that. Now, an integer, a float, and a string holds different values. So an integer is 2 bytes, float is 4, and string is 1 maybe. Yeah, a character is 1 in C. I am not particularly sure about Python, but as you guys go further into penetration testing with all of these modules and Python itself, you guys would want to know the exact value of data you guys are entering. For example, if you're testing for a buffer overflow, what sometimes would happen is that there would be a length limit. So in that length limit, you guys would have to write your whole exploit. So there's that. And my friend is annoying me by texting over and over again. Anyways, so this is how you declare variables. Now the second thing you guys can do is type in, you know what, I'm just gonna get out of the prompt, clear the screen, and type in pi-3 again to get the interactive shell all over again. Now the next thing that you guys would want to do is declare a variable, another one, and you guys can perform arithmetic operations with it. So for example, let's C equals a plus b, and if I print out C, it says 14, and 10 plus 4, 14 obviously. So you guys can perform simple and extremely complex mathematical operations with this. Actually, when Python actually started out, it was an experiment in the science community. So people were actually sick. Okay, the Python is actually really old. So it was when Fortran used to be a mainstream language. So people used to type their code in assembly, actually not assembly, C and Fortran, and what happened was it becomes really tedious. Though that code would run faster, it would take a lot of time to write up, and it would get kind of annoying. So Python came in as a supercomputer language for supercomputers, and one of the funny thing about this is that when it was starting out, people would used to say that this is just for development purposes only. When I write my actual code, I will just convert that into Fortran. But people got so comfortable with it, they never switched back to Fortran, and Python just grew from there. So like I said, this is the simple mathematical operation. What you guys can do is C equals a minus b and print out C. You guys get 6. You guys can directly perform mathematical operations on your idle, or not your idle, your interactive shell. You guys cannot directly do that on your idle, because you know it will just call out an error. Probably, I actually have never tried that. Weird. So 5 minus 4 1. That's a big surprise. And second thing you guys would want to do is, okay, here's the fun part, alright? If you're performing an operation in Python 2, not 3, if you're performing an operation, for example, a equals 5, b equals 2, and c would be a divided by b. If I print out c, this will tell me that the answer is 2.5. But if I exit out Python 3 version, alright, keep an eye out here. If I exit out Python 3 version, go to Python 2 and declare the same variables, a equals 10, screw it, b would be equals 3, c equals a divided by b. If I print out c, it just said 3, but it shouldn't be 3, right? There should be a decimal point. This is not divisible. This is not divisible without any float. So you guys actually had to declare that the variable c should be a float in Python 2, but in Python 3 the interpreter and the compiler actually got really smart, and it just said, you know what, I know the answer, I'm just gonna put out float. So let me just exit out from this, clear the screen, go back to Python 3 and minimize this. So that was for about variables. Let me see how much recording time has already done, because I don't want to stretch this video tutorial out, and you know what, doesn't matter, I'm just gonna close this out. So that's it for today's video, guys. If you guys like this video, hit that like button. If you guys have any questions about Python, even advanced question, guys, just feel free to leave them down below, and thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys in the next video tutorial. And the burp suit video will be coming out today. Yeah, the burp suit video will be coming out today. Thank you guys for watching. Bye.